Okay, guys, day two of spooky season, and today I did a rewatch. Hold on, let me finish my caller. Today I did a rewatch of Hush. Now, this was originally on Netflix. First of all, I don't know why I skipped the introduction. My name is Craig, otherwise known as All Nerd Everything, your favorite nerd, where I discuss movies, TV shows, comic books, anime, and I'm doing a complete 31 days of Halloween. Every day I watch a different film I haven't watched at all. I'm going to do a few rewatches as well, but I want to cover, for this whole month, I want to cover everything I have not seen. And Hush, now, I have not seen this film since it was on Netflix. I think I only watched it one time, and that was pretty much it. And when Netflix removed this off of their streaming service, I did not realize that so many people were going to be upset. I did not know that a lot of people would love Hush so much. So I had to do a rewatch, and I watched this on Pluto TV. If you guys want to do a rewatch of this film, and this actually finally had a physical release, physical media, physical copy of Hush that was released sometime last year, I believe, which I still need to get. And after rewatching the film, I'm going to get a physical copy of this film on 4K. Now, Hush tells the story. It's a horror thriller film, a house invasion film, and I always enjoy house invasion films and any film that has a ASL character in it, because I fell in love with learning sign language after A Quiet Place, which is one of my favorite movies. But Hush tells the story about a horror author named Madison Young, who developed a condition where, which I'm blanking on the name of the condition, bacterial meningitis. Yes, Madison Young, who's an author, developed bacterial meningitis when she was 13, which left her unable to speak or hear since the age of 13, and she lives out in the woods by herself with her cat, and she's struggling on finishing her second book when this random guy shows up at her house and all hell breaks loose and she has to fight for her life. Now, what I really like about Hush, which I automatically assume that I would remember certain things about this film from rewatching it, but I haven't watched it in so long that I don't remember anything about this film other than the house invasion part. And that's pretty much all I remember from this. But excuse me, what I really like about Hush is that it doesn't hold your hand with a lot of the character details involving, Madison and her condition. It shows you without actually verbatim, telling you. And what I really like about this, about Hush and, movies like A Quiet Place, there isn't too much exposition dumping. It's pretty much a puzzle that the audience has to put together themselves when it comes to, what the plot is about, or just either the character the characters and what they, not so much what they represent, but maybe their past. What troubles them. And they, while there isn't a lot of, dialogue in this film, the things that they give you is, they give you just enough to figure it out on your own, but they don't give you too much to where you're like, okay, we get it, which I really like, because there can be a, like I discussed about, The Strangers Chapter 2, there's too many flashbacks and too much exposition dumping, and a lot of times some directors or screenwriters can treat their audience like they're idiots, and sometimes that can be just very exhausting and tiring, getting too much information about a character's past or who our main protagonist is, even though we already, as an audience, we already might not know, but hammering home the, too much of a character, I think it doesn't leave anything up to the audience to interpret about said character. The pacing is really good. I really like the sound editing when it comes to Madison's inability to hear, and also the POV shots of Madison going in and out of consciousness is really good when she's losing blood, and the final confrontation is, I mean, it's done really well. I really enjoyed this. Definitely give it a rewatch, guys. And like I said, I'm going to be rating everything on a pumpkin scale since it's the month of October. So this gets 3.5 pumpkins out of 5. If you guys enjoyed Hush, let me know your thoughts. How does this pair up with other horror films? Let me know some suggestions. Until then, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to stay updated with more movie, TV show, and comic book news and reviews. And happy spooky season.